everybody, and welcome to Sunday Side Quest here on the Nat 21 Adventures Twitch channel. My name is Robert Turk. I am an author and game designer, and your host tonight. I am the designer for this game that we're playing called Goblinia. This is a game I wrote. It is not available yet. It will be coming to Kickstarter. Boom! There it is, October 5th. That's the date. October 5th, we're going to Kickstarter with this. So, tonight we are playing Goblinia. Last week we made characters. Tonight we're playing, and we have it's a three-part adventure mission. So you get to join us for that. Unlike my last game. So my last game that we played on the Nat 21 Sunday Side Quest, we played it back in May, I think, and took June off. My last game, Weird Scouts, that was a game I wrote for my kids and your kids, and to play as a family, to get kids into role-playing and problem-solving and thinking, and not about killing monsters. All right, that was a family-friendly, wholesome adventure game. Goblinia is not that. It is, as I used to tell my fans when I performed as Gandersnitch the Goblin, I am a terrible role model. Goblins are not great role models. They might be great goblins. They're not great role models. So if you still have kids watching tonight at 8 o'clock on Twitch, good for you. Thank you for bringing them to watch with you. But understand that we are going to explore some of the darker shenanigans that goblins get up to. So this is a game about goblins. Goblinia is a game about goblins. It takes place in the Goblin City of Goblinia. And very recently, the evil fairy queen Titania has taken over the city. And she says it is for the goblins' protection. Now, most goblins have just gone along with their plan because they're everyday people, just like people out in our world, and they just go with the flow. And you know, a new government comes in, tells them, hey, you got to do this. These are the rules. All right, punch your time clock, keep going. Don't get in trouble. Don't get thrown in jail. Not our goblins. Our goblins belong to an organization known as GITS. G-I-T-S. Nobody knows what it stands for? I don't even remember what it stands for. They belong to GITS, and they are revolutionaries of a sense. They are trying to stick it to Titania every chance they get. So this is a game about madcap schemes, rebellious antics, lots of shenanigans, doing missions to blow things up and rescue people and all sorts of stuff like that, all in the Goblin City. And our goblins are not your typical heroes. So, I'm just now seeing Reverend Tommy's comments. It was a wholesome game. Whether or not we played it wholesomely is a different matter altogether. Without further ado, let me introduce you to our goblins tonight. We're going to start with May Hammer. Boom. There you are, May.
Oh, hi. So, let me put this away. Okay, so I'm playing Boss. I am a really cool goblin that likes stabby, pointy thing. Oh, wait, am I introducing myself?
Introduce your goblin. That's great.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm playing Boss, and I really like flowers and things that stabby, and I can make you talk with my stabby. And I stole this from my ex-husband. We're not going to talk about that right now. Hi!
All right, and May, what playbook are you playing? What playbook are you playing today?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would make sense. I am playing, if I can read today, I'm playing a goon who's a torturer.
All right, love it. We're going to move to the next one in my window here. Hello, Brittany. Brittany, who are you playing?
I'm playing Grin. And, yeah, I'm a swindler. I want you to join my my stacked tier of goblinhood.
All right.
It'll be good.
I believe you. All right. All right. And we've got Miko.
Hi,
Who are you playing tonight, Miko?
I'm Mr. Bibble. I'm a kook.
Yes, you are.
It's true. It's true. What's that? Oh, I'm told that if you watch tonight, you're very lucky tomorrow.
And Cubby.
I'm Dr. Pibb. Mr. Dr. Pibb. Unfortunately, the Academy of Goblin Sciences has not seen fit to give me full accreditation, despite my having overwhelmingly earned them and being, dare I say, the very epitome of the smarty pants goblin.
What is that you are drinking, Doctor?
I have no idea. It's just an Erlenmeyer flask I had here. It's only about half poison.
There you go. All right. And last but certainly not least, possibly,
Hi. Hi there. Hello. Yes. Hello. Yes. Hello. My name is Myrtleine. I'm a grunt, and I have the honor and the privilege of being the housekeeper and, go around and do everything for the Honorable Mr. Sir Dr. Pip. Yes, finest not doctor I've ever met. Oh my God. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. Bye.
oh, those are our goblins tonight, folks. Oh, all right. I'm laughing so hard that I'm crying. Pull it together, Robert. Okay, so this is my game,
funny?
Goblinia. Everybody wanted to be small, so there you are, small. Nobody's covered up. Goblinia, Sunday side quest up there. You can actually play along with us. You can get absolutely for free the quick and dirty edition of this game. That's available. That's out pre-Kickstarter at my website, www.wicked-clever.com. Right there on the screen. And if we're lucky, Reverend Tommy will type it up in the chat so that you can have a link to it right there. Go away. All right. I don't know, Akila. I don't know if I will get through this awesome cast of characters. We will see. I will do my best. We will have fun no matter what. And if we laugh so hard that we pee, well, it's a Zoom call essentially. You're only seeing us from the waist up. Pants are optional. All right. Too late. So, if you've watched any of Nat 21 before, you know that this is an audience participation channel. Not only is it full of costume professionals, you see them right there in front of you, it is an audience participation channel. How can you participate? There are two ways that you will get to participate tonight. As you earn channel points, you can spend those channel points to either make it easier for a character of your choice to accomplish their task. You spend the channel points, you type in the name of the performer or their character, which is up on screen, to make it easier. And that will allow them to draw an extra card in their hand when they do a test. And yes, I said cards. Goblinia does not use dice. The mechanics for this game run off of playing cards. Regular deck of playing cards. You can pick them up anywhere. So everybody's got your playing cards tonight, right? Everybody's got your playing cards. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I sorted it
Right.
in numerical and alphabetical order.
That's not good. Everybody shuffle your cards, please.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, shuffle your cards. All right. Grin looks panicked there for a moment, but thank you. We got cards. All right. So this game uses playing cards, and it's a very simple system to determine if you succeed or not. As we showed last week on the character sheets, the goblins have paths. Those are their main stats of their paths. Anytime they try to do an action, they will draw one card plus a number of additional cards equal to the path they're using and any bonuses that they have. All right. So if you spend points to give them a card, that's a bonus. They get to add another card. If you spend points to make it harder for them, you are not taking away cards. The only way you lose cards in Goblinia is if you are injured. Okay? Then you are at a negative cards. If you give cards to make the test harder for them, you will actually be giving me a card to go against them. So I'll get to use an extra card from my deck to make the test harder. So the other thing that the audience is going to get to do tonight, normally in the game of Goblinia, when the players leave their clubhouse, they have 60 seconds to write down whatever gear they are grabbing with them and taking. There's no space on the character sheet to write this down, okay? It's not the idea here is goblins are in a city. You're not carrying around backpacks, 10-foot poles, cooking gear, and all this stuff with you. You're in a city. You grab the things you need as... Uh-oh. That was strange. It's a goblin game. There's goblins in the
Wasn't my
wires.
fault.
I
I
grabbed
blame the
the internet.
fairies.
Yep. We all went a little swirly there for a moment. I do not have Twitch up, so if somebody does have Twitch up, can you make sure that we're still streaming on Twitch? All right. So, okay, good. We're good. So, normally they would have 60 seconds to write down on a scrap paper anything they're taking with them. Players, if you have a perk on your character sheet that gives you an item, then you don't have to write that down. You've got it. What we are going to do for this game is when they leave the clubhouse, we're going to go one by one through the list of players, and they don't get to write anything down at all. You, the audience, have 10 seconds.
Oh, I don't like where this is going.
I don't like this.
So,
I don't like it. I'm gonna stab it.
Yeah. All right. So
That
when
was
they
for a
leave,
second.
and when they leave, you 10 seconds. You will have 10 seconds. So essentially, looking at chat, each person in chat that's paying attention when we get to that point will maybe get to write one or two things down, hit enter, and move on. And we'll see a big boom grouping of things. We'll say that's Myrtleine's things, and we'll move on to the next person. Yes, Mab.
Yes, first time caller, long time listener, big fan. I just want to say that I would never go anywhere without my cleaning supplies.
That's totally understandable. If it relates to your profession, you can assume to have the basic tools of your profession on you
that's okay.
at all times.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, May, how do you say your character's name?
Wah.
Voix. Voix
Wah.
has always got the dagger.
You gotta say the S to get a little lingers. Wah.
Voix.
There you go. Like that.
He sprung a leak.
Always have the dagger on her. Myrtleine always has cleaning supplies. Dr. Gibb always has goggles because they're on his face. Dr. Pibb, you also get to declare one potion with your alchemy that you have on you this game. So what is that potion you have on you?
I spent a lot of time thinking about this. I realized that a lot of potions could help, but could also backfire. So I asked myself,
Yes.
Dr. Pibb, what is the one ungent or alchemical thing that you could bring that could never possibly go wrong? So it is a love potion.
Yes! Perfect! I love it. Love potion. You've got it. And I don't think anyone else has a perk that gives them stuff that they have to pick at the start. I scrolled quickly through the character sheets. I don't see
I have
anyone.
a ring.
You have a ring. I believe you. All right.
The ring of truth.
The ring of truth? Oh, you do? Yeah, but that's not an actual ring. I mean, you could wear an actual ring and say that is your ring of truth. I'm with you. Okay. Yes. So if you've got perks, then everybody's shuffled on the screen. I love it. Your ring of truth. I think I've covered everything. Oh, the one other thing. Face cards are bad cards. Okay. In the role-playing game Goblinia, in the mechanics, face cards represent the fair folk, the fairies, the oppressors, the occupation. Titania, they're bad. We don't want them. They do bad things to you in your hand. Okay? So the best,
bastards.
the highest card you can have is a 10. All right? Face cards are bad. You don't want face cards. Highest card you can have is a 10. Actually, a joker is a wild card, so you've got a joker. That's
Good.
good. The lowest card you can have is an ace. All right? Because especially that ace. That's an ace that's a butt right there. Look at it. It's the butt ace. So that's
You
the
can
worst one.
shove it up your asshole.
Right. Thank you, Myrtleline.
It wasn't me. I would never.
Myrtleline, how dare you say such a thing?
Who said that? It was Miko. Ishka people lost their head. All right, so moving on. Actually, you all are at your workshop. The Mr. Dr. Pibb workshop and laboratory, where it's your headquarters for GITS. You've got all sorts of strange abandoned thingamabobs, like experiments of questionable success. Not necessarily failures, but questionable successes. They do things, just maybe not what you expected. And as you all are there hanging out, cleaning, plotting your next who you're going to murder, getting your political pamphlets together, there's static on this machine that you had made, and then this pops up.
This is totally embarrassing or whatever, but turns out I'm kidnapped. So now I'm in like a tower. There's a garden down below that I think it's a garden, but it smells like really bad. Rescue me, because I'm like literally a princess in distress right now, you guys. Like, if he helps me, I can totally help him. I've learned a lot. And I know like how all of the like servants' movements and the guard schedules or whatever. And just like I know a lot of things that could be like maybe important. So
what is this crap?
All right. So that was our teaser video that went out on Facebook and Instagram and everything. We cut it there at the end. But that's what you actually see on your screen there. All right. And then you do hear a voice that says, GITS agents activate. If you just saw that video, we have no bloody clue what it was, but follow up on it. That looks important. There's somebody kidnapped, knows something, rescue her, find out what she knows, and put her somewhere where she won't bother anyone anymore. Okay.
Oh, like ever? Like ever? Does that mean like ever? Never again? Never again, right?
And then the radio thing goes dead.
Oh,
I mean,
like never
when
again?
I built it, it was a toaster.
Right. It was a toaster when you built it. All right.
Is this
So-
still toast?
The way Goblinia works is there are essentially two kinds of scenes. I know that's 4 or piece. Two kinds of scenes. You have scheming scenes. You are goblins in a city. Scheming scenes are you go out and do something to set your plots in motion. This may be meeting with an ally. This may be sewing a costume. This may be spying on somebody. It's gathering information. It's setting things up for a later payoff. This could also be having a conversation together to discuss and formulate a plan. Now, goblins on the whole are not big planners, okay? But if you all feel that, because role players are huge planners, so if you all feel the need to talk about your plan, you can do that. In any mission, you get one scheming scene absolutely for free. It costs you nothing, okay? So you have one scheming scene. The other kind of scenes in Goblinia are confrontation scenes. Everybody comes together and you encounter an obstacle, okay? That might be a fancy party. You're trying to hide and get information and flit through the crowd and not get caught. That could be a fight. That could be descending down into the sewers. Unlike other role-playing games, we don't play the in-between stuff. We don't play the packing your bags. That's why you get 60 seconds to write down what you got. We don't play the we're marching through the forest and boom, random encounter. Doesn't happen in the city. However, if you go anywhere that your enemies have a presence, you could have a entanglement, which is essentially a random encounter. Your enemies are getting in your way. Before the game, we wrote down who everyone's enemies were. We know where in the city they are. If you choose to go there, there's a possibility that your enemy could cause some problems. All right, so you all have one scheming scene. Scheming scenes for free. You can have more scheming scenes, but when you use more scheming scenes, we add a king to the table. And when we reach 6 kings, something bad happens. All right, so up there at the top, we've got 0 kings. So we're in good shape. All right, so does anybody know what they want to do first?
We should rescue that human person.
Yes, yes.
What he said.
Yeah. So do you all know where that human person is?
In the tower?
Oh, yes, the tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
What he said.
In a tower. Yeah, so that you were given some clues there.
Well, she said that she could help, what's his name? Because she knows all the schedules. So maybe she's trapped by the other person.
Correct. Yes. So, yeah, there we go. There you go. Thank you. Right there, BLC Blondie. BLC Blondie gets a squib.
But she said it stinks.
Yep, a stinky garden. A garden that smells bad. So that's the clue you've got. And then, yes, that in the original, when Shoshi made her appearance last week at the end of the episode, she did talk about reaching out to Oberon, all right? Wanting Oberon's help to free her. There's a war going on right now between Titania, who is lording over Goblinia, and her husband Oberon, who is outside the gates besieging the city, all right? So the original message, she was calling out to Oberon to come and spring her, rescue her, because she had information that could be important. And your mission...
He was Oberon Kenobi?
Oberon Kenobi, yes. Your mission, however, that you've been given is to get her first, right? Not necessarily to keep her away from Oberon, because you all don't care if Oberon gets this information, but this is information that could help the Resistance, right? So, depending on who she is and what she knows. So, yes, what you know is that I don't know what that means, but there it is. Garbage or alchemy garden, if it's not the same thing. Oh, because it's a garden that smells bad. What you know is that kidnapped, imprisoned in a tower, there's guards, there's servants, and there's a garden that smells bad below. All right? You all have allies that you can reach out to see if they know anything, if they want to help you, or if you have a way they can help you. You could ask around. You could go different places in the city and see what you can find out. There is a tower that runs through the middle of Goblinia. Let's put the map of Goblinia up as soon as I can find the map of Goblinia. Sort of. We'll put this one up. So there's a tower that runs through the center of Goblinia, a little off center, kind of like a spine, and the levels of Goblinia stack up around this tower. Now, the tower is an old wizard's tower, so it's been closed off and it's creepy and nobody really goes in there, except maybe up at the tops of Goblinia where the rich people live, where the rich goblins live. Maybe it's refurbished up there. You don't know because that's not a place that you are ever invited. Your sort of goblin lives down on the street level of Goblinia, at the bottom, the slops, where all of the filth and water runs downhill and collects down there. So you are in the lowest class of Goblinia. You're not in the worst neighborhood. You're in the Narrows, your workshop. So you're not in the worst neighborhood. You're not in the nicest neighborhood. You go up one level. You are on the terrace of Goblinia, sort of the middle class tier of Goblinia, and then up another level is the tops. Between these levels, there's checkpoints and staircases and ladders and guards, and you're not supposed to be moving around the city without papers that say where you're going and why you're going there, what you're doing. So yes, that is something you're going to have to figure out how to do, is find out where this person is being kept and how you're going to get there. Yes, voice.
Okay, so my ex-husband totally lives like, I got used to a comfortable lifestyle like above. So can I like reach out to him and see if we can get like an invite to like chit chat and see if he knows anything?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Absolutely. All right, so that is what we're going to do. We will start with you. I'm going to drop everybody else out, and so we can have our little. You're going to chit chat with your ex-husband. Ex-husband?
Yeah.
The weaponsmith? Tevlat?
I'm hoping we can work on that. I'm sorry I stole everything. Okay.
So, he is up in the Grand Market. All right. And let me just double check. You don't have any enemies in the Grand Market. Oh, you do have an enemy in the Grand Market. All right. Dr. Mr. Pepper, the evil mad scientist, is stationed in the Grand Market. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to flip over the top card of your deck.
Okay. Here we go. It's an 8.
It is an 8. Where did I lost my page? Okay. Is it 8? What color is that 8? It's a red.
It's a red.
It's all right. They don't match. The evil doctor doesn't know you're there. You can go on with what you wanted to do. If the colors had matched, the evil doctor would have sprung a trap on you. So you're going to meet with your ex-husband. And what is it you want your ex-husband to do for you? What is it that you would like to? What is it that you would like to know?
So I totally like want to know if that tower, if he's seen people up there, and I know he's like a weaponsmith for some of the cool kids, like up top. So I know he goes up there. So if he's seen anything or heard anything from like his clients and stuff.
Okay. Like anybody in particular? Like you asking about prisoners being kept up there or just people?
If he's heard whispers or somebody being taken, some weird little human girl that talks a lot.
Oh, I mean, he's heard. I mean, humans are taken all the time, and human girls
like
are weird.
A princess human girl,
they
a princess human girl.
Ah, a princess. So he doesn't know anything, but you may be able to convince him to go spy for you and see what he can find out.
I'll return some of the stuff that I stole, and I'm really sorry about stealing it. And that's how we kind of separated, but we can totally work that out later. Can we talk about that later? Okay, thanks. Bye.
All right, let's see if he's willing to go spy for you and see what he can find out about a princess that was being kept in a tower. So you're gonna you get what? This is a test. All right. So this is a test, folks. Anybody wants to add? I'm an Ohio Ren fan. Just throwing that out there. But Ohio Ren doesn't start until Great Lakes. That's going on right now. Other Ohio, the real Ohio. Never mind. I'm chatting to chat. So it's a test. You automatically start with 1 card.
Okay.
All right. First, we have to see what you have to beat. I draw the target hand here. I have basically nothing. You got to beat a single 10. All right. So,
Okay.
You got to beat a single 10.
I just pull 1 card.
Well, I'm sorry. This is an ally. So you have 3 cards plus the rank of your ally. Your ally is a rank 1. So you'll be pulling 4 cards to see if this ally will help you. And if anybody adds to the chat a card or makes it more difficult because they don't want your ex-husband to help you, I don't know, whatever relationship
I want to
problems the chat.
reconcile. I'm going to slowly bring back all the stuff I stole.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 cards.
I don't think anybody in the chat is messing with you.
Yeah,
I
didn't see
we've given
anything.
plenty of time to mess with you. So draw 4 cards.
Okay. Put those away.
All right. You have no face cards there, right?
No.
Okay. But you and you play your best 3. In this case would be
the 9, 8, and 6. Okay.
The 9, 8, and 6. But that still doesn't beat a 10.
10. Okay.
All right. So you have failed this test. Yeah, Kitty Chaos. I'm in Ohio. I do. I live in Ohio. I will be at Ohio Renaissance Festival in Harveysburg, Waynesboro, Harveysburg. I think it's Harveysburg. Yeah, I'll be there. But that's not until Labor Day or Memorial Day, whichever one happens in September. The day that happens in September.
That one.
Right. So your husband is not willing to go. He's like, I'm not going to go mess with, if they're kidnapping princesses and keep them in towers, I'm not gonna. No. Well, that sounds like, you know what? You've made some bad choices in life. Like getting rid of me was your number 1 bad choice.
Okay, first of all, you got rid of me because I took this. Now, if you keep it up, you won't get it back longer. I'm trying to be nice. I'll bring back the sword I stole. I don't think you know about that one, but I'll bring that one back.
All right. Yep, but he's not going to help you. So that was your scheming. You he does know that, yeah, I mean, they kidnap people, and if they were not going to keep them down in the war ward, which, I mean, that's where they would keep most prisoners, right, in the dungeon. The fact that you want them to go snoop around the tower, that's something much bigger than he is willing to stick his nose in. All right, so back to boom, 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 the full group. All right. May has used her scheming round. May, you don't get to do anything else until everybody has gone. Okay? So, does anyone else have a scheme that they would like to put into play here? Yes, Brittany. Boom.
I'm going to talk with Bubber and Middle Throat.
You're going to talk with Bubber. Let me pull up Bubber over here. Bubber. His name's Bubber? What's his name?
Bubber, the town crier in Middle Throat.
The town crier. Oh, yeah, the news goblin. All right. Yeah. All right. So let's pull everybody else back out. We'll give you the. Where'd she go? Boom. All right. Yeah. Everybody's moving around. All right. So that sounds like a great person to go talk to. The news crier goblin. See what the news crier knows. Are you asking anything in particular of the news crier?
What's happening with this girl in the tower, Nabob, and the stinky garden?
Let me just double check. All right, you do not have an enemy in Middle Throat. That's good, so you don't have to test. All right, you're gonna just slam him with everything. Like, what do you know about anything?
Everything.
About a girl, a tower.
That's what Bubber's good for.
What? Yeah, right. What do you know? Anything about a girl? Anything about a tower? All right. So same thing as before. We're gonna test to see if he knows anything. You have to beat, where is it? A pair of 9s. So an ally test is 3 cards plus 1 for the rank of the ally, and that's what you get. So 4 cards total. You got a joker. You got a joker. An 8, a 3, and you need 1 more card.
Oh, 4?
4 cards total.
Oh, God.
And a queen. All right, so the queen's bad, but you're only going to use the 3 best cards in your hand, so you can ditch that queen. Does anybody in the chat want to give you another card? Because right now, you've got a pair of 8s with that joker, and that does not beat a pair of 9s. Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat gonna toss another card to Brittany? Going once.
Come
Going
on.
twice.
You want to toss me a card?
Oh,
Toss
oh.
you a smile.
Yep, somebody just, all right. It looks like, wait, you just got 3 cards. Is that right, Reverend Tommy? 2 to help. I'm counting Skylark. I'm counting Luck and Spades. And I'm not sure if Kitty Chaos gave one or not. Said I give another, and I'm not sure. Draw 2 more cards. A 6 and a king.
Oh, dear
All
God.
right.
Oh, King.
All right, Kitty did not spend points. Okay, cool.
That was icky.
Yeah, no. All right. The good news is you only use your best 3 cards. All right. So you don't have to use that king. You don't have to use that queen. Those would have hurt you. But you don't. The news crier is like, and maybe this is something that you can learn. The news crier is like, what are you talking about? Girl in a tower? What? Stinky? No. What? No, that's not the news. No, the news is like, Titania's like outlawed Argyle socks. No more Argyle socks. That's the big news story. I don't know what you're talking about. People being kidnapped and put up in towers. You're making up nonsense. That's fake news.
It's the news now.
It's the news
Apparently.
now. All
Apparently.
right. Back to anybody else. Anybody else?
I tried asking, the one up there, and they just said like corpse flower, and I don't know about that.
All right. It sounds like Miko may have a scheme.
Corpse is capybara.
Are you going to wander through the city sniffing for corpse flowers?
Oh, for sure. Wait. All right, got it. It smells better now. Yes.
All right.
For the nose.
All right. Cleared out your nose, and you're going to wander through the. Where are you headed to see if you up? Okay.
No
Sure.
gardens down here. Oh, God.
Well, everything down here smells bad. All right. So you're heading up.
Corpses.
Are you looking for corpses, or are you looking for corpse flowers?
Smelling for corpses. Because there shouldn't be many corpse smells, because we goblins just don't die easily.
All right, you don't die easily. You are correct.
So, if me sniff for corpses, that's where the corpse flowers should be. Right?
All right. Are you going to try and go all the way to the tops to sniff out this smell? Are you staying in the middle of Goblinia, the middle tier of the terrace?
At least go one tier up. See
All right.
if
Well,
the smells better.
you gotta let me know. Are you gonna try and go all the way to the top?
One level.
Okay,
Yeah,
go one
man.
level.
One.
All right. Hold on. All right, one level. So this is going to be a regular test. You're not calling on an ally here to tell you about corpse flowers. More than likely, walking around with your sniffer out, trying to smell corpses, that feels like a figure test.
I figure it does.
Yep, because you're studying the problem and trying to sniff out a solution. All right. Oh, all right. You got it. My cards are hot. You got to beat a pair of 5s.
Ooh.
Well, hang on. No, you're going to draw one card because it's a test. All right. One, you have no cards in figure. So it's not a strong path for you. So no
bound.
cards in figure. Does your profession help you at all? Yeah.
It's a great question. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Beastie.
Beast within in unsavory places. You are attempting to find an unsavory place. So I would give you that one. So you got 2 cards that you can draw unless anybody in the chat gives you cards.
Give me more.
If anybody in the chat gives you
More,
cards.
please.
So I don't know if Kitty gave cards or not. I don't know. I can't see the full chat while running the show. I can only see.
I'm trying to look for us.
Somebody gave someone.
Ooh,
2.
Bonus-ish kabibble.
Yeah, we got Quid Kevin giving you a bonus. We got Zelani giving you a bonus.
Woo! God's bless.
Yeah.
And
And Kitty Chaos is giving you one. All right, I'm gonna call it there. Reverend Tommy or Mab, double check me. That looks like 3. Reverend Tommy says it's 3, so you get 3 more cards. Thank goodness, because that queen was going to kick her butt.
Ishkabibbles and it, by the way.
Ishkabibbles and it. I apologize, Ishkabibble. So that should be a total of 5 cards, which you have, and you're going to take the best. Reverend Tommy says you get 1 more. I don't know where it came from, but you get 1 more.
Dear fucking God.
You're going to take the best 3 cards out of that hand. Remember that face cards are bad. So if you can get rid of all those cards, get rid of all of them.
Goodbye. I never liked faces anyway. They don't taste good.
All right, so what have you got there? Looks like you got a pair of 9s.
Yep.
All right.
Suck it.
Suck it. There you go. That all came from chat. There you are.
God's bless.
Pair of 9s. That does it. So, sniffing around up on the middle tier of Goblinia, going for, sometimes helping doesn't help. That is true. But in this case, it did. It did, because it got rid of those. Sniffing, right. Yay, first success. Sniffing around up on the middle tier of Goblinia, smelling for corpses and corpse-like scents. You've circled the entire middle tier of Goblinia, and you're not quite getting the smell you want until you're walking through Widow's Walk, which is the back end of the terrace. It kind of skirts between the shadows and the wall of Goblinia, and it's like the bad alley in Harry Potter. So this is where you can buy criminal things, poisons and assassinations and dark magics.
The beast within's coming out.
Right. So, but you actually smell this horrible stench over the wall. It's coming from outside of Goblinia. And looking over the wall in Widow's Walk, you see down on the bottom, you see Swamp Hole, which is this like slum outside of Goblinia. And it's where goblins dump their trash over the wall. But there are certain goblins that have made their homes. I'm going to go ahead and say it. They're the redneck goblins out there living and building shacks out of trash. And
Red's terrible. I prefer blue necks.
It would not be horrible to a Dungeons and Dragons goblin, but it's pretty horrible when you've got a city you can live in and you're choosing instead to live out in the nasty reject section of Goblinia, especially because Titania doesn't want anybody living out there. Doesn't want any goblins outside the walls, outside of control. So routinely the guards sweep through Swamp Hole, scoop all the goblins up, and send them back inside. Of course, they sneak back out, get back into their yeah, there you go. Get back into their homes. But from looking up here, you actually smell. You see giant corpse flowers growing, and your hunch was right. They are growing out of corpses. You see Ratha soldiers supervising a squadron, a group of clearly enchanted, like blank-faced humans, and they are dumping dead bodies into the swamp. So that is a thing that they are doing. All right. So well done. That's what you have uncovered.
Oh. Yep, that's what you get for listening up there.
All right. That leaves Dr. Pibb and Myrtleine. Either one of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've no doubt, sir, that you'll be able to conjure and concoct a brilliant plan for finding out where this distressed princess is.
That does sound like something I would do, yes.
Of course, and you would certainly have plans in place for having all of our documentation or somehow otherwise getting to where we need to go. No troubles. Of course, forgery's not a problem for you, sir. No problem with you. Forgery's like no problem.
So Mab, is that your scheme, that you are forging documents to get you where you need to go?
I'm deferring to whatever Mr. Sir Dr. Pibb would like to do.
All right.
I will be here to assist his brilliance.
Sure.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Dr. Pibb, you do not have the information that the others have acquired yet. You would all be able to meet back at the clubhouse after this first round of scheming. Information could change hands then, but all this kind of happens at the same time.
Excellent. Good to know. Do we start with squibs?
You do. Everybody starts with 3 squibs. I don't have any way to track it on screen for you all. I can just track the kings. That's easy. I get 1 tracker. And actually, I lost the logo. How did I lose our logo?
Squibs.
Boom. Squibs. So everybody has 3 squibs. And you can use a squib to power certain abilities. We'll say they need a squib to use. You may also use a squib to add a card to your hand in any test. So, yeah, I could have told you that sooner. But we're sort of rolling the rules out slowly so the players at home can get used to them as well. Yeah, so you can use squibs also to add a single card to your hand. I see it. You got plenty of cards from the boom. From the,
They wasted their hard-earned bubbles.
Very well, then I think I know what I should do.
All right,
Yes.
What are you going to do?
I am going to Egghead.
Egghead, sir. Very good, sir. Would you like me to accompany you, or shall I continue with whatever it is that you wish me to do here?
You may carry on with your duties as you see
Carry
fit,
on?
Myrtleine. The time has come
The time, sir.
to science.
All right.
Silence, sir. Yes, sir.
Here we go. I'm going to make you full
I'm
screen.
blinded.
Well, use science. Actually,
What is sciencing so
I'm
far?
gonna leave Mab's reactions there because it's
He's so good at this. You guys gotta watch this. This is amazing. Okay. The clips are on, you guys. Stand back. Stand back. It's gonna silence.
I've decided that I shall invent a princess-seeking drone.
okay.
I would
It
like to
stands
assist.
to reason that there are very few princesses in Goblinia, so the task should be very easy.
Sure. Sure. I mean, spend a squib and an entire scheming scene to create a new techno gizmo, arcane formula, or relevant theory to aid the crew on the current mission. This creation provides a +1 bonus to anyone actively using it in a future test. All right, so you don't have to test. You are spending a squib for this ability that you have to do this. So you spend the time that everybody else is out gathering information, meeting with ex-husbands, who knows what happened there, right? Going to the newsmonger, and the newsmonger's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Sniffing around, looking for dead bodies. You spend your time gizmoing up a princess detecting drone. Yes?
Yes.
Is it an autonomous drone, or is it like a remote controlled drone? Or is it like on a fishing rod and it's just hanging?
Sir, I volunteer myself. If you need to strap it to my back, I will carry it wherever you need it to go, sir.
A noble offer, but my drones are completely autonomous and flit about on their own.
Oh, that's very smart, sir.
And how do they do that?
Through science.
I understand. But what sort of goblin technology makes these possible? Remember that goblins over-engineer stuff. Everything is bespoke. It's sort of Victorian steampunk-esque. Like you could tape a bunch of homing pigeons together, put little crowns on their heads, and say, "This is my princess detector." Right? You could build a whirligig copter thing that flies around, but you can't go and get like the drone from the Target aisle of drones, which I believe they have now. And
no, it's built around a small dirigible.
Okay, all right, cool. So it's a little autonomous dirigible that's going to float around Goblinia trying to detect princesses.
No, not trying, good sir. Successfully and efficiently detecting princesses.
Yes, I hear you. Absolutely. All right. So that just leaves.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. Okay.
That just leaves Myrtleine. Okay. So you have a princess detecting blimp drone. All right. And we are going to assume it is mostly in your possession right now, Dr. Mr. Pibb. But
yes,
if you all
a bit willful, but mostly in my possession.
Yeah. Because it could go out and autonomously sniff for princesses, but it's going to have to come back and tell you that it found one. Or you're going to want to be close by to it to know when it found one. And in Goblinia, you're probably going to want to stay close by because goblins or street urchins seeing a dirigible floating around looking for princesses. I mean, that's something awesome to take or shoot down or make it explode.
Ooh, maybe it should explode when it finds one. That way we'll know exactly where the princess is.
Well, and anytime you use this, there is a possibility that it will explode. That is part of the ability there.
Or, well, that would mean that we found a princess.
Well, it could. You could certainly interpret it to mean that. All right. Science is all about, experimenting and then interpreting your results and analyzing them and changing your hypothesis and re-experimenting and reanalyzing. So you can
lesser doctors than me change their original hypothesis. I have yet to be proven wrong.
All right.
He's perfect every time. He gets it right the first time every time.
I believe you. Okay.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
It's very impressive.
That leaves Myrtleine.
Yes. Okay. Well, once I'm finished assisting Mr. Dr. Pibb, the greatest scientist that ever graces Goblinia ever, I would like to go possibly visit my good friend and fellow grunt, the lovely, an equally awkward Ethelyn. Ethelyn, who works for Dr. Mr. Pepper.
All right. Works for Dr. Mr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Who this is who we put in someplace nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
where-
up in the Grand
yeah.
Market.
Yeah.
He's Dr. Mr. Pepper, who
Yeah.
got his doctorate before Mr. Dr. Pepper. Mr. Dr. Pibb. Sorry.
Yeah.
You are friends with his housekeeper. However, he is an enemy.
Oh, yes,
So-
yes. Yeah.
so
I will not
going-
be talking to him. Nobody pays attention to us.
Right.
We're like
Right.
rats.
Well, that's what we have to see. Going to his territory, his neighborhood, flip over the top card on your deck. Is it red?
Dun, 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 dun.
It's black.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yep.
dun.
He is too
All right.
busy. Oh, whoops.
What?
It's still. I've used the wrong deck, but it's still red. It's okay.
Oh.
The Weaver has 2 decks of cards. One with all my face cards in them, and that's
Oh.
what I use for checking entanglements. So, but they were both
Oh.
red, so you're fine. The Doctor
Okay.
Mr. Wait, Dr.
Dr.
Mr.
Pepper.
Pepper. Dr.
Dr.
Pepper.
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. Please don't sue us.
Yes, sir.
I know. I right.
I
Wrong.
like to call him Dr. Pooper.
Yeah, luck in spades. What I've been considering is, especially for the stream, because I've got a limited space in front of me, is playing with one deck face up. So then I know which deck to draw from. But I kind of feel that's cheating, right? If I know what's coming, I don't know. Maybe not. So
No judgment here.
no judgment, right?
Okay.
So, Dr. Pepper is actually in his laboratory building a drone-seeking princess. So it's his latest
Wait.
invention. He's
Wait.
absolutely trying to. So he doesn't
Wait.
even know that you're there.
What? What? Did you say Dr. Pepper is in his laboratory building a drone-seeking princess?
Mhm.
A princess to seek out drones?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's what he's doing. That's why he doesn't notice you. He's just so absorbed in his work. But you wanted to meet with his housekeeper.
Yeah, I suddenly
Ethelyn.
want to change my plans. Would it be
Okay.
possible to sabotage? No, that would compromise my friendship with Etheline. Yeah. I should definitely sabotage subtly. I wonder if I could do that. Okay.
You,
Hey!
If you want to sabotage his drone-seeking princess, you can absolutely do that. That can be your scheme. If you want to meet with Ethelyn and try to get information from Ethelyn or a favor or something, that is your scheme. But you will not be able to do both things on your turn.
Well, you put me in a bit of a pickle there. A little bit of a pickle. A little quandary there. I will leave it to the viewers to decide. Do I find out additional information and keep my friendship, or do I possibly sabotage my friendship and also sabotage the other doctor, the doctor?
Yep.
All by
We'll
myself.
put it up for voting. We'll actually say the first person to type and tell you what to do. The first one that comes up on the screen. That's the plan we'll go with.
There it is.
Sabotage the doctor.
The doctor.
Yes. All right.
Okay. Dun, dun.
Okay.
All right, good.
So here's my question for you. Are you going to sabotage it solo, or are you going to try and convince Ethelyn to help?
I wouldn't want to compromise. So it's like, if
Okay.
somebody asked me to sabotage the good, talented, and amazing Mr. Dr. Pibb, I would never do it. I would never! Never!
Good.
All right. So this is going to be a tinker test, probably.
Okay.
I mean, how are you sabotaging it? Let me ask that.
Oh, excellent question. What's he doing?
Well, so he has got one of those small yippy dogs that has a collar that says princess on it. And he is trying to like he's got like a slideshow like when you see you've got to tell the computer you're not a robot, like that's a street lamp, that's a bicycle. So he's trying to train the dog on which of these things are drones. And if the dog attacks the right picture, then he gives the dog a treat, right? If the dog attacks the wrong picture, he starts ranting and cursing and tearing up the picture, which is just confusing the dog a little bit more because do we tear up the picture that has the drone or not the drone? But
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna get some treats for the puppers.
Okay.
And tear them off and just kind of constantly drop if I can get up into the rafters above them.
Okay.
And just kind of have it constantly drop. But always be dropping treats for the puppers.
So the pup is.
And you know what? Actually, if it could be like chewing gum treats, that would be even better.
Yeah. So you're dropping chewing gum down to the pup. And so that totally just throwing off the entire training regimen, and there's that the pup is being rewarded no matter what it does. And actually at this point, it's just going to stop and wait for the treat to fall, not even paying attention to the slideshow. If you succeed on this, this sounds actually like a scram test.
Oh, I like scram.
Climbing up into the rafters and trying not to get caught. That feels like scram. Tinker if you were actually doing something like to mess up his slides or something like that, but definitely scram. So
I am willing to graciously accept any cards that people wish to give me so graciously.
All right, so what you've actually got to beat here is, where is it? A single 10. So you got to beat a single 10. You automatically get one card for the test, one card for your scram.
Boo.
You can spend a squib.
If I spend a squib, that's just draw another card.
Let's just draw another card.
So far, let's see. Any
for the subscription, BLC Blondie. Thank you.
Yes, BLC Blondie. Anyone else wish to give me any kind of card?
Right now, I'm not
gonna. Yes.
All right. One.
Oh,
2 cards.
2. A pair of 3s.
That'll do it. Nobody has to give another card. That'll do it. If Sally spent cards.
4.
All right, we're calling it there. How many cards are we supposed to draw? It doesn't matter because you beat it. But make sure you draw
3s.
Make sure you've drawn all your cards, because also the way this will help is drawing those extra face cards and getting them out of your deck is a good thing. So even when they're helping you draw a card, even if it's a card you don't use, it could be getting bad cards out of your deck for you. A pair of 3s is going to beat my single 10.
Yes!
Pair of 3s.
If I had an exceptional success, however that is done, I would like to teach the dog to blow bubbles.
Put your cards back up. What did you get? An exceptional success. So it's called a big damn success in this game.
Oh, okay.
Big damn success is if you have 4 of a kind in 3 cards. So there was a +5, and I think you drew it. So you would need either 2 jokers
or
another
2 cards, and that's 4. So I've got one more card. I got
one more card to draw.
No.
Okay. Yep. But you still succeeded. All successes in this are good because usually you fail. So
wait a minute. What? Oh, right. I could have chosen to fail.
All successes are good because usually you fail. And a big damn success is like, that's pretty amazing, awesome. Yes. So you have totally tied up. I mean, not physically tied up, but Mr. Pepper, in the training the dog, who is now blowing bubbles from both ends, and the whole training to kill drones is right out the window. And Mr. Mr. Pepper is going to go lay down. All right. So we are taking him off of the enemy board for the rest of the mission because of your sabotage.
Oh,
Right.
I was supposed to do a thing too.
That was your thing.
I mean, yeah, but I didn't actually help with the mission. Unless
Well, I mean, you did take an enemy off
that's true.
the board. You did take an enemy off the board, and that enemy was working on something that could destroy your drone. So you actually did something there. What it was, nobody knows.
I'll never tell.
But you did something there. All right. So that was your first round of scheming. You come back to the clubhouse. You let everybody know, unless you don't let people know what you have learned. But you are a crew, so yeah, nobody's jumping forward to say no. I don't tell him.
Yeah, I
anything.
will not be telling the good doctor, Dr. Pibb. I will not be telling him. He doesn't need that kind of stress.
So you do not tell him that you sabotaged a. All right.
It's not necessary.
Not-
His success stands on its own.
Yep, I'm with you. All right, Miko, you telling him about the corpses and the corpse flowers and the bad smells?
I know something. My nose knows. Guess what?
All right.
I'm listening to your nose.
No, what? Okay.
I don't know if this counts as you telling us something, but thank you.
And
Smelled corpses. I'm trying to tell you in character, you nutsogs, and I'm the kook.
all right, so yes, you are told that smelled corpses outside Goblinia in Swamp Hole, and that there are soldiers, Ratha soldiers, which are the fair folk soldiers, and a squad of enchanted humans dumping bodies into the swamp, and there's strange plants growing up out of them. Grin and however you say your name with lots of on the end of it. Voice.
Wah.
Wah. See, it's
Wah.
wah. It's not voice. It looks like voice.
Wah.
It's wah.
It's like
You gotta be
voila.
French with it. It's wah.
Voila. Yes. Wah. 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 Okay. I mean, you did learn something even though you failed. What you learned was the news crier doesn't know anything about this, so it's not public knowledge, whatever's going on, and that your ex-husband is too much of a chicken to go off snooping around into
Let me
fair folk.
tell you about this man. This chicken of a dude just thinks that he can just go ahead and just say whatever he wants, but his like stuff, and I don't even know what to do about him because I'm trying to work on this relationship, but all he does is like deflect. And I know I stole some swords, but whatever, I'm gonna bring that. Okay? But
Oh,
Well said.
thank you. Well said. Well said. Now let me ask you a question, May, because I believe you just indulged your vice there.
Yes.
And you did not need to do that to heal. You may.
no, she's mad.
She's just mad. Okay. All right. She's just mad. All right.
She's mad.
All right. So that is the information you have to go on. Are you all going to take another round of scheming to do things or to plot and plan? Or are you ready to go somewhere?
Well, I would like to introduce the rest of the crew to my newest invention. I call it the Princess Find, nicknamed Buttercup.
Okay. Buttercup.
Is it butter flavored?
No.
Is it cup flavored?
Yes,
There you go.
but not intentionally. There's
That's
just
great.
3 cups amongst its components.
Yes. All right.
So there it is. Problem solved.
Problem solved. You have
Mr. Dr. Pip has invented an amazing machine that will find the princess, and we're basically done. That's all we needed to do. Find the Did we need to do anything else? Just find her. Yeah, we're good.
So should we launch this thing near where I smelled all the bodies?
That's
Yes.
a point idea. Yes. I think he agrees. Yep.
Okay. All right. So you all are headed to Widow's Walk to launch it over the wall and hope that it flies? Or are you headed down to Swamp Hole where you smelled the bodies and saw the bodies, actually?
She said she was in a tower, and there's not really towers near the swamp hole. So how about a tower that oversmells the swamp?
A tower that oversmells the swamp.
Yes.
Let's look at that map again.
Exactly. You want to see the map. Oh,
Pretty
I can-
smart for a kook.
Where is our map? We do have a map. Boom.
What
All
happens
right.
when I listen to
Right here.
upstairs?
All right, so this is the bottom level of Goblinia. I should have been still on the map the whole time. You can see Swamp Hole over there on the right side of your screen. Shadows is the part of Goblinia that's built on top of, so you don't go down into the shadows. It's dangerous. You all are over here in the Narrows. You've been all over Goblinia, and this is the second level of Goblinia, the terrace, and then the tops. It's not off to the side. It would actually be up above the shadows. So, and you can see Widow's Walk running through the back. So, your choice is: are you going to Widow's Walk? Are you going to try and make it to the tops where the rich snooty goblins live? Or are you headed outside the wall to Swamp Hole where they were burying corpses? Or are you going somewhere else entirely different?
I think we should go to Widow's Walk,
Yes, sir.
and then I'll set Buttercup to seek and explode, and that way we'll know exactly where the princess is and be able to figure out our next move from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Very smart, sir.
Smells good to me.
All right.
I like the
Okay.
dwarfs.
Heading up to Widow's Walk. And to get to Widow's Walk as a group, you have 2 choices here. You can take you can where are you? Boom, map, back to the map. All right, you're over in the Narrows. You got to get up to the next level. Now, when you're doing it by yourself on your schemes, there's lots of ways to sneaky through different places. Going en masse, the sneaky through is going into the shadows, which is dangerous. Or you can attempt to sweet talk your way through one of these checkpoints that leads up to the next level.
When you say
So-
sweet talk, like, are we talking like, like intimidating sweet talk? Or like
So
sweet
you
talk,
could
sweet
attempt
talk?
to intimidate, absolutely. But basically, to move between levels, there's going to be some guards, some police officers, essentially, some people watch, that wants to know who you are and what you're doing and where you're going.
Don't worry. I
So
got
is this where my like notoriety may help or hinder me?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It could help or hinder you.
Awesome.
Yes.
I mean, before we try any of that, is there any chance that any of us has a 5-person horse costume?
Nay.
Because horses don't get
That's it.
questioned.
Now, well, horses in Goblinia would absolutely be questioned because there's no horses. The infrastructure does not exist for horses. But if you want to spend another round of scheming to who's got the wheelbarrow of cheese, thank you Reverend Tommy, for that throwback to New Year's. If you want to spend another round of scheming to create a 5-person horse costume disguise, that can happen.
Now.
I'm willing to, you know. I'm willing to. I'll do it.
What?
He came up with this idea. I think it's a great idea. I 100% support his idea.
I mean, if it is true that horses would be a questionable thing, so it would have to be a 5-person costume for something that wouldn't get questioned.
Right.
You're saying
Should we
horse,
take a
not
carrot
horse.
poll?
Right? Horse, not whores, because they have a whore's costume, but not a horse costume.
I mean,
You know,
you could.
A 5-person whore costume would definitely get the pass, I would say.
I
Definitely.
mean,
Wait, are we
That's
being
an
whores?
orgy.
Wait, whores?
I'm gonna keep it just in case for. Don't ask how I got it.
All right, Mr. Dog. I don't think I'm willing to pony up the clink for that.
I mean, rats would not be noticed. So if we had a 5-person rat costume, no one would ever question it.
right. I mean, probably not. Probably not. They would possibly try to catch it to eat, because that's one big rat. That could be some good eating. I mean, not for me. I'll stick with
Single rat servings.
one rat. serving.
Single serving rats.
So, the question is, are you going to create a disguise, or are you just going to go to a checkpoint and use your natural charisma notoriety to get through? Or
I can
are
try
you,
my notoriety.
or are you
Why
venturing
shouldn't you have-
into the dark part of Goblinia to essentially sneak past the checkpoints by avoiding them entirely, going into the dark interior and climbing up that way? Yes.
I
Myrtle.
can wheedle a distraction like no other.
That's true.
Yeah.
Can I see that map one more time?
Map.
Mhm.
Lots of tabs. Which map? This map?
Where's the Widow's Walk?
Next level up.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. But the Widow's Walk hangs out over, let me see the map below it.
The shadows.
Oh, okay. So that line right there
Boop, where'd you
is
go?
the same. Yep, that's the line.
That's the exact
That
same
Widow's
line.
Walk line. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I see it now. Yeah, I see it. Okay. So we do need to go up a level. Yeah, let's I'm with you guys. Let's do that thing.
Let's do that thing. All right. So the crew is leaving the clubhouse
Oh.
at this point. Audience participation time. Apart from the things that are normally in their profession, which Dr. Pibb is a mad scientist, Grin is a shady politician. Voici.
What?
Wah.
Is a murderer, I think.
No. I am a torturer. That is two totally different professions. Thank you.
Yeah.
Torture.
But she's
Uh,
done there alive.
Yeah,
Aw.
right. Murderline is a
Maybe.
housekeeper maid, and Ishka Bibble is just crazy. God touched prophet. All right, so we're gonna start with Dr. Pibb. We're gonna get 10 seconds. I'm gonna count down starting now. 10, 9, 8,
This is
7,
great.
6, 5,
Can we type in there
4.
too?
3. Why not? If you're on 2, 1.
Oh, that's a good one.
All right. And Reverend Tommy says that's done. That is the list. Mr.
Oh my God.
Dr.
Good
Pibb
Kevin.
has and we're actually going to give that one as well. All right. So Dynamite, I don't know what a Felix Felicis map is,
That's
but you've
from
got
Harry
one.
Potter, Felix Felicis.
Yes.
It's a potion of luck.
All right,
Yes.
so you've got a map of where Felix's house is. Walkie-talkie, matches, and gunpowder.
Just the one walkie-talkie?
Just one walkie-talkie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And a mini paper with a periodic table on it, and some pennies. So that is what you are carrying
Copper.
for this mission. If
Copper
you
won't get me.
you want to write it down, or I can't copy paste. Like I try to do it, and it just is going to put it up on the screen when I do it. So if you want to write it down, or if Reverend Tommy, I didn't tell Reverend Tommy about this beforehand, so I do not expect Reverend Tommy to grab that list and put them all together. But and magnesium. You're right. There was magnesium that was in there. So thank you. That was back in there. All right, we're going to go to Grin. All right, we're going to go to Grin, and we're going to do 10 seconds for what Grin is taking. Starting now. 10, 9.
Go, chat, go.
8, 7. They're on it.
Oh,
5.
there they go.
4. 3.
Ooh, I'm blinking.
1.
No, you can't do money. Stakes. You can't do
There's
money.
a lot at
So,
stakes.
why not both?
I love
you
how
could-
quick Kevin is ready.
So counterfeit money in this case would be like wooden nickels. So it's going to be obviously fake money, like Monopoly money. A counterfeiting kit, an ice pick, pamphlets, political brochures, another walkie-talkie, currency with Oberon's face on it. I like that. Stakes and questionable stakes. You've got both. All right, stakes and questionable stakes. We are going to go next to Voss.
What?
She said
Wah.
you gotta hit the.
You gotta say that. You gotta hit the S. You gotta voss.
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 You gotta hit the S on it. All right. So I'm gonna let Reverend Tommy start the count because he's the one that's been saying start. And once I see him say start, even though I know this is this weird delay lag thing, I'll start counting at 10 because we're talking like 4 or 5 seconds before the people actually see it. So
If not more.
I know it's weird. We're time travelers, time traveling goblins. Woo! That could be an expansion. We got to get the first game out first. Woo! Reverend Tommy, you type start, and that's when I'll start counting. We'll have a delay there.
Maybe
It's
a tip
okay.
for the chat.
All right,
is,
and start.
you know,
10, 9, 8. I'm going to count faster. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got a lot of stuff. They like you.
Well, I'm getting used to it. And you said that we could do it too.
I did. I'm going to take that away from you, though, ma'am.
What?
It fits your personality. It fits your character that you would be grabbing other things for people to take with them. All right. So it looks like you've got poison, hammer, pliers, lockpick set, very sharp hairpin, hairspray, matches, makeup, flowers, more poison. Can't have too much poison. Rope, candy.
Gods.
Or it can also
torture
be rope
spoon.
candy. Just to
Could be
put
rope
that out there.
candy.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
her
rope
choice.
candy would be funny.
Torture
Oh, yeah.
spoon, whatever a torture spoon is, you've got it. Headset.
I guess I get a headset instead of a big bulky walkie-talkie.
Yep.
Totally
And
fine.
we're also going to take the grappling hoko. And the
I'm pretty sure that's a hook,
claws.
but I want the hoko instead.
You got the grappling hoko.
Yay.
Yeah.
Is it cousin to a hobo? I knew a grappling hobo.
I don't know. Somebody look up the word hoko and tell me what it is. So, around the clock here on the screen, we didn't go around the clock. I sort of jumped around. We're going to go to Mab, Myrtleine, Hook. Fingers stuck tonight. Okay, we'll give him Hook. Goblinia is a game of absurdities, so we were going to make Hoko work, but Quid Kevin, your fingers are stuck. We'll give you.
So goblins
We'll give
say
you the
hook.
And I will not be typing on my own.
All right. Yep. You can't type on your own thing. All right. So starting on Myrtleine. Yep. And it started. So 10, 9, 8.
Nice.
7,
Oh my.
6.
People were ready.
Oh.
5. 4.
Sucking fingers.
3.
Finger sucking.
2.
Oh, yes.
1.
Oh, you guys want me to have some pets.
All right. And
Oh, look at that.
We'll take this
Shark
last two
and
after Reverend
broom
Thomas is
handle.
done. So it looks like you've got a feather duster, some bleach, food, another walkie-talkie, paper and pen, spider web with sewing needle, candy, folding chair, the pet spider to go with that spider web, water
That
gun,
makes sense.
acid.
Acid
It's
pledge.
not just acid, it's acid pledge.
Oh, like the
That's
spray.
necessary.
Like
That's
spray.
very necessary because
All right.
sometimes that varnish does not come off.
Oh, I'm telling you. So we are refinishing our bathroom. All right. And it's been the nightmare project for like over a month now. And we didn't have a bathroom before this. Long story. But we're at the tiling stage and we marked on the tiles with those China markers that are supposed to wipe right off. Oh, hell
Nope.
no. Oh, hell no.
Nope.
Rubbing alcohol and elbow grease to
Nope.
get that stuff off. It total lie. Total lie. All right. And bucket spoon.
Next time, ping me. Next time, ping
Yeah.
me when you're doing that. That's what we do for a living. I can tell
Yeah.
you that's a lie.
That's a lie. Sharpened broom handle. All right.
Yes.
And we've got to do
Ooh.
Miko's. So here's the deal, though. Before we go
Ishkabibble.
down Miko's,
Uh-oh.
Ishkabibble, right? This is the stuff you have with you for the mission. So we do need to keep track of this, all right? 'Cause
No
this
one
is stuff we
warned
got.
me about a pen.
I
got
know,
squeaks.
and I can't write all this down. So if I need to, after the end of the
Cots.
stream, I'll go and cut and paste the stuff to see what
I'm
you've
in a
got and
real
make the list for
computer
you.
right now.
You're in a hotel room. It's okay. You know what? Hang on. You're in a hotel room. And if it's a hotel worth anything, they've got a little notepad and a pen next to the telephone. Assuming hotels still have telephones in them. They may not. I have not been a hotel now for
Oh damn!
almost 2 years.
There's not even a damn Bible in here.
Really?
That's
There
That's
was
surprising
until you
considering
opened the
where
drawer
I
and
am.
threw it out the window. But
I did not defenestrate it. How dare you?
all right. Hey, I like that word. Means
It's a
to
great
throw
word.
someone out the window as a way of killing them. All right, defenestrate. All right, here we go. We're gonna
defenestrate.
what? Defenestrate.
To say you haven't defenestrated is to defenestrate.
Oh. Sure. We're gonna do Ishkabibble's stuff, the stash that Ishkabibble is carrying.
It's gonna be really exciting.
All right. And now for the kooky one. Reverend Tommy says start. So here's our countdown. 10, 9, 8,
Oh,
7, 6, 5,
Oh.
4, 3, 2, holy
Third eye.
crap, and 1. And Reverend Tommy says
this
done.
is such treasure.
There'll be a couple more that
Never
roll in,
felt
and that's
so
okay.
rich.
All right, so there's the last two after he said done. So we've got our alarm clock, pocket watch, pot, foil, blanket, nasal spray, 40 pieces of used gum, 1 piece of unused gum, fake crystal ball, someone else's third eye, obsidian, magic dirt, bones, a pencil, nice piece of glass, rock candy, a
So
deck of
y'all are
cards,
getting me writing
chopsticks, cowbell, fountain pen, small, only the bad flavors of jelly beans, nose
Someday we'll tell you
extension
this
ruins, skeleton key, table. We're gonna say it's like one of those little folding tables. All right, table, stick, bag of rocks, I'm guessing the parrot beak. Like you've just got the beak of a parrot and not the rest of the parrot. A yellow string and a ball.
This is a complete treasure trove. I feel so honored.
All right. So I see somebody's got. Hey, that's a good idea. Thank you. Ishkabibble has got their list of things that they have got, and we can clean that up later. Okay, so you got all your stuff. We got half an hour left in this stream. I'm running out of drink in my fancy Goblonia mug. I handmade this mug for date night with my wife. All right, we went on date night to a pottery class, and this did not turn out at all how I wanted it to look. But I thought
it's perfect for Goblonia.
Goblin-y, right? So it works. I am a leather worker and a sculptor, special effects makeup artist by trade, and working with leather uses a lot of water. Working with pottery clay, you don't use a lot of water.
You say that like
I use too much water, and my mug just sort of went on me. But there you go. That's my Goblonia mug for this show. And everyone else has their stuff. I have a mug. That's what I get. All right. And you all are headed off to sweet talk your way through a checkpoint, right? That's what was.
Do it again.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a slouch. It's a slouch mug. It is. I had a vision. The handle came out really nice. I mean, it is a solid dishwasher safe mug, but nothing else went according to my vision. So even the colors came out wrong because I wanted it to have this. Once I saw what it was going to look like, I wanted it to have this sort of industrial copper patina and then oily black dripping down. And the colors that the instructor told me to use, no, didn't work.
It's what Bob Ross calls happy little accidents.
Happy little accidents, right? Except my black oil didn't do it all because I was worried about using too much water, so I didn't water down. I didn't use enough of the glaze to make it really liquidy and run. Anyway, okay, back to Goblonia. Enough about
28 minutes left.
about Goblonia mugs. Okay, so yes, off to a checkpoint. All right, and the checkpoint that makes the most sense for you all to go up to get to Widow's Walk, and the one that is going to be most probably up here by the Grand Market. All right, going into the market and skirting around. Your other option is to come up here through Veranda, which is sort of the entertainment district, the nightlife of Goblonia. So Grand Market, where there's respectable shops, or the Veranda, which is the nightlife section of Goblonia.
Oh, is that where Gruz is? I can't remember.
Gruz the Bard is on the Veranda. Yes. He will not be able to help you unless you spend a round of scheming to call on his help to get you through. But you could take
hell out of this.
You could take a round of scheming to contact Gruz and get passes to get you right through.
Oh, now that sounds like a great idea. Hey, I have a question.
Beetle.
Yep.
Where's Grin's pile
Grin's pile
of stuff? Oh, there it is.
Oh,
No,
I think Vernaline is totally making a list for everybody. I just kind of copy and paste it for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying, but I'm looking at what
Yes.
magnesium counterfeit money. Is that yours? The local brochures. Steaks and steaks.
Yeah.
Is that yours, Grin?
Yep. Steaks and questionable steaks. That is
Gotcha.
hers. All right. So, Miko, the question is, are you going to spend a round of scheming, put a king on the board up there to contact your ally to get you a pass through Veranda?
I'm gonna wheedle. I have a lot of faith in my wheedling skills, especially if I visit Gruz frequently.
Well, there we go.
To help you. Well, I will do whatever you need done.
All right, so you're going to the checkpoint at the veranda, and you walk through Goblinia, and this one's like a back and forth sort of staircase, right, up to the next level of the city. So it's like 3 stories tall. It's about 2 stories tall, we'll say. 2 stories back and forth up the staircase, and you're in a line of goblins waiting to go up, all right? And the goblins in front of you reach the guard checkpoint, and it's the City Watch, which is manned by goblins. All right, so and there's one Ratha soldier, the Fair Folk soldier. You don't mess with the Ratha; they could end you pretty easily. And just sort of bored, looking out over everything. But as the city guards at the checkpoint, they're bored too, are about to wave the goblins in front of you through. The Ratha stops and holds up a finger and says, "Let me see those papers." And he looks at them. Are you going to do something here, Gren?
Oh, I want to hand him some Oberon money.
All right. Yes. Now, he's not checking your papers. He's checking the papers of the goblins in front of you.
There's Oberon money slipped on top of it.
Okay. All right.
We're with them.
You're gonna give me a test for this. Are you making it obvious that you are slipping the money, or is it just the money shows up there?
He knows that I sent him the money.
All right,
Yeah.
so you're trying to sort of wheedle. I'm looking at your character sheet, and you have 3 more ranks and paths. Did you do that somewhere? That you should have.
Let's see. I do not at the moment.
All right. So I'm gonna just say you probably want them in Weedle.
All right. I
All right.
take it.
All right. So we're gonna max Weedle out for you.
Woo!
I like it. Good job. Yeah, you're smart.
And then 1 more where you want. But it sounds like you are the face Weedler. You're the politician, so that makes sense. So you're gonna test for me here. You are attempting to bribe Titania's guards with Titania's elite soldiers with Oberon's money.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Quick note there.
That could go wrong.
Okay. Yep, we're good.
Nothing can
We're
go
good.
wrong.
All right. So this is a more difficult test. One, because you're trying to bribe the Ratha, and they are above reproach. Like they don't like goblins. They don't want to be in this city. They certainly don't want to take money. So I have drawn 5 cards for your difficulty. All right. You have to beat 3 threes.
Oh.
Yeah. Now is actually a time for chaos. Now would be a good time for chaos. Now is a time for chaos. So the
now
Ratha
is the time to fail intentionally and get your squib.
All right, so you could fail intentionally here and get your squib. However, you are going to draw 1 card for the test, 3 cards for your Weedle, 1 for your profession as a politician. So you have 5 cards as well to draw, and BLC Blondie just gave you a card. So if you want to take this and try to beat 3 threes.
Oh. I don't know, man.
So I have to get 3 of the same?
Yep. All right, hang on, because there's 2 more cards coming at you. Wait, everything's going to difficulty? Everybody's making it harder. Everyone's making it harder for you. I draw.
I'll fail. I'll fail.
Intentionally fail.
Yeah, the Weaver doesn't normally get big damn successes, but that's what I ended up with. 4 threes.
Oh no!
Your deck is shuffled.
My deck was
I have
shuffled.
audacity.
I also had to draw all these other cards. All right, you're going to intentionally fail. Okay, so take a squib. So you are sitting at 4 squibs. All right. You have drawn the attention now of this Ratha, and he actually just shoves the other goblins out of the way, looks at the money, and drops it on the ground. And he says, I am not taking this traitorous coin. Who are you, and what is your business? Now, we haven't talked about this in the rules. The way teamwork works in Goblinia is you all can work off of other teammates' failures. So if you can work Grin's failed bribery into what you want to do, you get a bonus card. All right? So, Grin, you can't do anything. You've taken your turn. Anybody else can take their turn to step in here. And it looks like Voss has something they want to do.
So Voss is going to just grab Grin and be like, oh, another subject to test my stuff on. Can I take her? Can I take her? Can I take her?
Do you have a weapon drawn? Okay, all right. So you are implying that you are going to stab her for this Ratha.
Yes.
Okay. This is definitely Weedle.
I mean, she will literally stab anybody. Like, there's no
Right. All
right.
So, but to convince the captain here that you're going to take this despicable bribing person out of his sight and deal with her by stabbing her for him, that would be Weedle. Now, if you're just gonna stab her, that's Bash.
Question.
Yeah.
Where does my notoriety come into play?
Because everyone knows that you will cut her.
That I am a torturer, and I've probably worked for some people.
Yeah, it would come into play. It would come into play.
A bonus for trying to wheedle that I will happily take her away somewhere else to stab her and deal with her accordingly and find out where she got this money.
So this is what you would be looking at. You've got to beat a pair of 2s. Let me get those in front.
Okay.
Did you shuffle, Weaver?
I did.
I don't believe it.
Actually, Mab saw me. I was shuffling my cards quite a bit.
I don't remember this at all. I don't even remember.
May, you are looking at 1 card for the test, 1 card for your Weedle, 1 card for your torture, 1 card for your notoriety. So a total of 4 cards.
Does anybody want to help me cut a bit?
Does anyone want to help her or make it harder? Right now, she's up against a pair of 2s. It's already decently hard at that point. But you got 4 cards you can draw.
Okay. I drew my 4.
4 is not bad.
It looks like we got a bonus to cutting a.
All right, that's another.
Bitch. Oh,
possibly 2.
Okay, that's another.
I want to make sure because I don't see.
No whammy.
So, Reverend Tommy, that's +2 to May, correct? Not to me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
6 cards. You're going to take the best 3.
Okay.
And you're trying to beat a pair of 2s. Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Those are all your cards. Pair of 3s. All right. All right.
Well done.
Okay. So what you do, and the way the mechanics work here, I got it. You got a pair of 3s. I don't know if she's frozen. Oh, she was for a moment.
I'm here. Yeah, I don't know. My internet's being weird. I don't know what's happening.
That's okay. The way the mechanics work is the Ratha has what's known as persistence. So you've got to work down their persistence before they're going to let you through. You've just knocked off 1 bar, essentially, on persistence. You've grabbed Grin back and said, I got her. I'm a cut her. I'll take her off your hands. Don't worry about her. All right? And it looks like Ishkabibble has something they want to do because you pull her back and the rest is like, okay, she's not a problem, but what the heck are the rest of you want?
Oh, is it a problem? I'm going to create a distraction. I'm
Okay.
going
You're
to curse against them, and they
Uh-huh.
definitely know my crazy ass.
Okay.
I'll be wheedling them too.
All right.
I'm going to pray to the one up there loudly, vociferously, and distractifyingly. Yes? Is that
Yes.
kosher?
Yeah.
Yes, all right.
You're
All right,
okay.
I'm gonna.
You're gonna curse them.
Yes.
Okay. So that would be your action for this round. And you spend a squib, and what do you do? Do you spit on them? Do you pinch them? What do you say or
Relax. I got this. It's a
Trying to relax. I'm relaxing so freaking hard.
It's a powerful free. You cuss now.
All right.
Okay.
All right. They are cursed. Well done. Spend a squib. They are cursed. Everyone now who tests against the Ratha for the rest of the scene gets a bonus card.
Cool.
Yes.
All right. So that leaves two of you, Dr. Pibb and Myrtleine, still to act. And then the Ratha gets to act. So.
Oh. We need to knock down their perseverance, don't we? Huh. Yeah.
All right.
Jeez.
I think I have an idea.
Yes, sir.
There's a scientific danger that I must investigate.
Uh-huh.
It's Widow's Walk might be about to explode.
Oh, no.
But that's where the supplies are.
Right. So I must investigate to ensure that it's completely safe.
All right.
As I am a known scientist, it
Yep.
makes sense that I would do this.
Okay. All right. Difficulty on this is 4, unless anyone is adding to the difficulty here, because right now that's squat. You got to beat a 10. Where's that 10? Looking at him backwards. All right.
Are we counting as tens? How many tens is that? That's 3 tens.
My deck is almost done. All right. So I do go through my deck much quicker than you all go through your deck because I use my deck against everybody. So you got a 10 that you have to beat. You are using Weedle, unfortunately, not your strongest to talk fast talking. So that's 1 for the test, 1 for Weedle, 1 for your profession of mad scientist. You have worked the science in here, and 1 for your notoriety, 1 more for the curse. So you're getting a total of 5 cards.
But 1 difficulty.
BLC Blondie is putting another card in there. That's going to change things up to a pair of 4s.
Damn you, Blondie.
Ooh.
Pair of 4s. I believe I said you had 5 cards. Did you have? Yeah.
Yes.
Test, Weedle, Mad Scientist is your profession, notoriety, and the curse. So 5 cards to beat a pair of 4s.
You've got this, Dr. Bibble. I believe in you. I will do what I can. You want all my cards?
Good.
I will give you all my cards. Oh.
You can at this point spend a squib to draw 1 more card.
I spend a squib?
Okay.
Oh, I should not have spent a squib.
All right,
it.
that's your card.
Let's see.
Goose
Yeah.
egg.
I
Yep.
have a 10.
A best 3 out of that, a 10. A 10, and if they had not given me a card, you would have actually beat me. Because I had a 10 and the next highest card is 7. You had a 10 and a 9. But that's okay. BLC Blondie is clearly a fairy lover. All right. And yeah.
Fairy fluffer.
So,
You know
fairy
what I
fluffer.
mean?
So you fail. All right. So there's 2 failures on the board that Mab is able to exploit here on her action. The Ratha says, I don't think so. If Winniswalk is about to explode, then we need to evacuate. We don't need to send more crazy scientists and whoever you are working with Oberon. Have you stabbed her yet? And get that crazy. What is she doing?
Out of character question.
Yes.
OOC. So why did my curse not distract them, as that was the goal?
So your curse, that's your action, is using your curse on your turn. The next turn, you could choose to distract them.
Ah.
Because you only get to do one thing.
But
This is a conflict scene. It's like combat. You only get to do one thing, even though combat in Goblinia is different because everything you do is going against his hit points, his persistence to wear him down. It's the curse being your ability sets up the rest of everybody else being able to do stuff. Does that make sense?
But
Yeah.
the curse helped me, right?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
And
It
it's
did.
gonna help
Yeah.
me too.
So on your
Yeah, there you
next
go.
on your next turn, if you keep chanting and ranting and moo at him, you will be able to then just distract him, and you will have a bonus to that action to distract him.
I understand now. Thank you. I'm back in character.
You're all right. Okay, this is a new game. It's not even
What?
out great yet. Actually, what I sent the players was the unillustrated playtest PDF document that I've already found more errors in it. Unformatted, all of that. So they just got the raw text dump to learn the rules. And then they have copies, I hope, of the quick and dirty document, but that doesn't give all the ins and outs. That just gets you started playing.
Well,
So-
yeah, we're raw dogging our way through the ins and outs.
Right. We're getting
Damn it, Mab, you made me crack.
all right. So, Myrtlin, what are you doing?
I am agreeing with everything. Yes, sir. You are absolutely right, sir. Let me just, here we go. And I'm so sorry, sir. I am groveling and I am feather dusting his face because that was a really great idea. And here, sir, I'm sorry, sir. And I'm super groveling. And I look and I gesture and I'm like,
All right. Okay. So, feather dusting his face.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm groveling. Please, sir, I'm very good at groveling, and I'm willing to grovel just about anything you need groveled. I apologize, so let me fix your shirt. Your shirt is a little crooked. I'm so sorry.
All right. Feather dust to the face. All right. Trying to distract him so that everyone else can sneak past. Right.
We'll see if they do. That's
Yeah.
the fun part.
That's
this
the
is
fun
a
part.
two-parter.
Are they going to follow along? We don't know. All right. Difficulty on this is a pair of 8s.
So I get
All right.
I
one.
still call baloney on that shuffling.
You get 1 for your
And then I
test.
get another for the curse.
You get another
and
for
then-
the curse.
And then is this what is this?
Normally, I would say this falls between finagle and tinker. All right. You are using a tool in a very particular way. All right. Which is why I can go with finagle. Which is why I can go with tinker. Otherwise, distracting, putting things in his face, obscuring his vision would be finagle. But actually using the tool of the feather duster.
I'm going with Tinker
exploiting
because
that.
I got
So-
nothing in.
You got nothing in
Well,
finagle,
there's-
right?
Someone in chat helped.
I'll
All
take
right.
one more.
So you've got Tinker, housekeeper using a feather duster, absolutely. So that's 2,
Curse.
3 for the test, 4 for the cursed, 1 for chat. So 5 cards total. Beating a pair of 8s. That's a 4, a 2, a 7, and 2 face cards. Do you want to spend a squib? Honestly, it's not going to help you because the best you could get is a pair of 7s at that point.
I'm good.
Okay. All right. So,
I'm good. We're good. Sorry, sir. If you need to beat me, sir, I absolutely understand, sir.
all
I
right.
recognize
So,
that I have failed you and everyone who I work with. I humbly offer myself for the beating, sir. Thank you,
All right.
sir.
well, that's actually what's going to happen because it's the Ratha's turn. And the way this works in Goblinia, you've all taken your action in this confrontation scene. There's a threat round. And the only threat here is this Ratha captain. And he is going to beat Myrtleine. Okay? He's just going to take his saber, not the sharp point. All right, he's just going to smack you with the back of it. Like, move on. Get out of here. Go back down. You have
I
no business
deserve
being
this.
here. Now,
I deserve this.
how do you avoid being injured from this?
What are my options here? Like, I
You
duck?
can just you can duck under it. Absolutely. You can just try to take it, which would be bash. Again, not your strong point. So you can duck under it. You can grab somebody and put them in the way.
I would never.
So you're gonna try and duck under it.
Yes, but it's not so much ducking under it. It's I will be climbing all over him, like I'm sorry, sir. Like I'm like
Right.
like a cat or like a rat or some kind of rodent animal that would be like a bit. Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm crawling beneath his legs. I'm groveling on the ground. I'm so sorry, sir.
All right. Well, Ratha actually get a bonus to hitting people,
Ew.
but it didn't
Ouch.
help. It actually didn't help. All you got to beat is a 10. All right.
What do I do? I pull one
So-
card.
You are
One card.
scram. This is absolutely scram.
Okay.
So 1 card for the test, 1 card for your scram. Can you work your profession in here?
You mean a groveling housekeeper?
Yeah.
A servant? Yes.
Yeah. A servant not wanting to get beaten. Yeah. So there you go. There's
And the
3
curse?
cards. 3 cards and the curse. You get the curse, so 4 cards against it.
Okay.
Yeah, did the curse hurt the guy?
Yeah.
Yes, in so
It-
much
it-
as I
it
get the
gives her
extra
a card.
card.
It gives Mab a card.
All right, sorry. Get it? Oh, for God's sake.
Mab, that's
Still
not
get
great.
hit. Yeah, I still get hit. So how many tens is that, Robert?
That's probably 6 10s. You want to spend a squib?
No, I'll take it.
All right.
I
You
should have
take the hit.
I should have chosen to fail.
You could have failed that and taken a squib as well as so
Yeah.
you do take a point of damage to your vim and vigor.
Yeah.
Your first point does not hurt you; it just stacks up, and you get to decide. You narrate what happens here.
Oh yeah. Well,
Why do you get hurt? What happens that hurts you?
Well, so I'm groveling and I'm trying to climb him down and around like a, like I'm a little, ow, and then he like kicks me like right in the butt. Ow!
Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
All right.
Unfortunately, Mr. Dr. Pibb, he cares about what they do to his servants. I'm sure he sciences to your face off.
Yes.
No.
And at that point, there is actually an explosion in Widow's Walk. Just a big boom goes up on the other side of Goblinia from where you are. The Ratha looks at you all turns to the two guards that are with him, and says, "They weren't lying. Let's go!" And they take off running towards the explosion. That is our game for tonight, folks. Right there, we got a little bit of combat in. We got a scheming scene in. We got Mab being beaten. Everybody loves that. And picking out all your stuff. So remember, Goblinia, it is not yet available. You cannot go to DriveThruRPG and buy this. It will be on Kickstarter on October 5th. If you want to play, I know some of you are playing along at home on the stream. You can get a copy of it's totally free. Quick and Dirty Edition. It is illustrated, believe it or not. It's got pictures. It's got a little bit of formatting. I think it's 24 pages long, and explains the rules so you can follow along. Call me out if I do something wrong, like have too many 10s in my deck. I just checked, and I have now used all 4 10s in this massive card, but there were only 4 of them. And if you actually want to play with us, you can join my Patreon. I do have a Patreon. So Nat21 has a Patreon. You can join and play in the Patreon Saints games once a month on Nat21. Are you playing Dungeons and Dragons? If you want to play Goblinia once a month or any of the other games that I make and play test, you can join my Patreon. It's right there on the screen. All right. We got credits to roll.
Well, fancy.
Kylan says, come play with us. I know. Last week, Mab was bemoaning the fact that we did not have credits. All right. So amid all of the waiting for paint to dry and drywall mud to dry and everything else, it's been a week of rain and waiting for things to dry. I made credits. So thank you all for watching the show tonight. Thank you for participating. I hope everybody had fun. I know we had fun. I know at some points I laughed so hard that I spilt things out of my crappy goblin mug. Say good night, everybody. Goodbye.
Good night,
Thank you.
everybody.
Come check us
Good night,
next
everybody.
Sunday. Where are those closing credits? Here they go.
Da, 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 da.